Welcome back friends to the class number 85. In the previous video, we have cleared the air, we have cleared the concept of working capital term loan. Now coming to the more alike product, which is, a more broader in concept, that is loan against property lab department. The product is given by the lab department, not by any working capital department, although in some banks, the working capital departments have also started giving the lab product under separate policies or programs as well, but primarily this is product done by separate retail department, we call the lab department. So loan against property, what is the product, what are the key features of this product, let us understand through in this video. So what is the purpose? So the loan against property product is a very broader concept, right? Even a salaried employee can get a loan against property. Even I can get a loan against property. Even a businessman can get a loan against property. So the product is open to everyone who has income to repay the loans and property to offer, of course. So the purpose can be anything. If I am taking the loan in my individual name, in my personal name, I can be taking this loan to, for managing the educational expenses of my children's. I can be taking this loan to, for the marriage expenses of my children. It can be any purpose, right? You just need to have the sufficient income to repay the loans, sufficient concrete level of income, right? And you need to have a good collateral to offer to the banks if you want this type of loan. So the purpose can be anything. It can be capex as well. I can use the lab to buy machinery, to purchase land, to construct building. I can do anything, or it can be general as well, like I have already explained, for education, for marriage, right? So it can be done for land purchase as well. But remember, if I am taking a LAP loan in the name of the business, in the firm's business, then I cannot say that I am taking this loan for, managing the educational expense of my children, for, marriage of my daughter. I cannot say that, because if I am taking this loan in my business for my business purpose, then I need to satisfy the bankers that I will be using this loan in my business only, for whatever purpose may be, right? I will be using this loan in the business only. So this loan can be given to the individuals as well, not only the businessmen, not only the firms. It can be given to individuals, it can be given to the salaried employees as well. During my stint in HDFC, from 2015 to 2016, of around 1.5 years, I worked in HDFC Bank in lab department only, and I have total experience of how this product is handled and what are the credit underwriting themes or background of this product. So the repayment, the loan repayment is done by way of monthly EMI only, like WCTL that we have studied in the previous video. You have to pay off the principal and interest on monthly basis. The main trigger point of this product, the main point is the tenure of the product. The tenure of the product is up to 15 years, and some banks are giving for 20 years as well, right? You can get the loan against property for 20 years. So suppose you are getting a 1 crore 20 lakh rupees loan, 1 crore 20 lakh rupees loan for 20 years. So your EMI burdens reduces significantly. In the previous video where we discussed the WCTL was given to you only for 3 to 5 years tenure generally. Machinery term loans, building term loans, which are end-use specific term loan, not open-ended like LAP loan, are given to you for generally 7 years. But this loan you can take for 15 years, 20 years. Now imagine from the footsteps of the bankers. If as a banker, I am giving a loan of LAP loan of 5 crores to some person for 15 years period. So what practically I am saying? What practically banker is saying, that the banker is so much satisfied, the banker is so much confident that the so and so borrower will continue to generate the existing level of income for next 15 years period. Next 15 years, he will generate the level of income that he is earning right now, and he will be able to pay off this loan in those 15 years period. See how much risk bank is taking. There is no concept of renewal in this product. Once you give the loan, you have to trust the borrower to pay the EMI for next 15 years and to continuously generate that level of income for next 15 years. You have to trust borrower with that, right? So the LAP product underwriting is very unique and very sometimes big risky as well, because you are trusting for such a long period of time, right? So that is why, in order to secure themselves, the banks take higher collateral margin in these products. If in WCTL or in machinery term loan or in building term loan, you are getting collateral of rupees 100, you may be ready to give the loan of rupees 100 rupees as well. You may be, some banks are even giving the loan of 130 rupees, 150 rupees, even on the property of rupees 100. But you cannot do that in LAP product. In LAP product, you are taking very high risk of long tenure, right? So you have to secure yourself from the collateral value. So if you are getting the collateral of rupees 100, you will only give the loan of rupees 50, rupees 60, depends upon the collateral type that we will discuss in upcoming points. So how the disbursement is done? The end use is not tracked like machinery term loan or building term loan. So the disbursement is directly given to the borrower's account. If you are taken in individual capacity, the disbursement will be done in your saving account. If you have taken the LAP in your business name, the disbursement will be done in your CC account or in your current account. So security. So this product is general purpose product. So there is no primary security involved, but the secondary security, land and building, the collateral security that I have already discussed is very important in this product. So I was talking about, if you are getting 100 rupees worth of property, how much loan would you give as LAP, right? So if you are getting a residential property, you generally give 65 to 70% of your property value as loan against property as LAP loan. So 100 rupees property, you will give 65 rupees value of loan, right? So this can again be bifurcated between a residential property located in a very posh area, residential property located in a very backward area with very tight streets where the approach road is very tough to reach. The residential properties which are self-occupied by the owners, the residential properties which are rented, residential properties which are totally vacant. So the norms can vary on case-to-case basis. If the residential property, if the marketability, if the saleability of the residential property, if the banks feels that it will be hard to sell off this residential property in future, then they will not give you 65% or 70%. They can even reduce that percentage amount. They may allow you only 55% or 60% of the residential property value as a loan, right? So in commercial property, the comfort is somewhat lower than residential. So you get only 55 to 60% of your property value as loan. In industrial property, even lower comfort, you get only 50 to 55% value of your property as a loan. In plots cases, residential and commercial plots, you get 40 to 50%. In industrial plots, most of the bank do not give LAP on industrial plot cases. So this product is given by the LAP department, not by the working capital department. The assessment is based on FOIR, fixed obligation to income ratio. I have already cleared the concept in my previous videos. There is no concept of promoter margins in this product. This is not like a machinery term loan or building term loan. This is general purpose term loan. So no concept of 25% promoter margin here. No concept of moratorium as well. General purpose loan like WCTL, you cannot get any moratorium in LAP product. Moratorium means you don't get any relaxation of for 6 months or 12 months on paying off the interest or the principal amount. No applicability of DSRA condition as well. There is no DSRA is debt service reserve account, wherein you keep 3 months or 6 months worth of EMI as FD with the banks as a security, so that in case you default on the loan, the bank can break that FD and recover the due amount. So there is no such stipulation in LAP products. That is DSRA is generally stipulated in project financing cases. So what are the key underwriting points? So CS certificate of end use is generally required in this type of loan. Many NBFCs that I have worked with after leaving my bank are taking the proper end use proof of the LAP product. So it is done by LAP department. I have already explained to you. So this product, friend, is purely based on your income and the collateral. If you are having sufficient and concrete, I am repeating the word, sufficient and concrete source of income that can repay that loan, and you have a good collateral to offer which are meeting the collateral norms, so you can get the loan easily. So in working capital, in building term loan, machinery term loan, WCTL, the banks focus very highly on your financial position, on your balance sheet and profit and loss account. But here in this product, the focus is on income and your obligations and your collateral security. So lower focus, not I'm not saying that there is no focus. I'm saying that lower focus is done on your financial positions and ratios. What I mean by this, some people complain that the client is having turnover of 2 crores and the bank is giving them lap of rupees 3 crore. How is that even possible? Why they are over leveraging him? So that is what beauty of lap product is. They check your income and obligations, they check your collateral security, and they decide to go ahead with your loan, and they give a lower focus on your financials. They don't focus much on your sales level, they don't focus much on your current ratio, on your gearing ratio, or your leverage ratio. They focus on, they check that ratios, but they don't reject the loan purely basis on these ratios, right? So that is what the concept of lab product is all about. In the next video, we will be discussing a brief about foreign currency term loan, that is FCTL. Stay tuned with this channel. Thank you very much.